Awesome. Hello there guys, welcome back. It's Sunday, it's awesome. Today's video is most likely gonna be about the boring grind of wilderness life. Wilderness life is a little bit cold and the mouse is not working so well, but yeah, it's of course kind of a joke. We are at a little bit unusual location for my videos. We are at the road. You can sometimes see in the drone footage. What I'm doing today of one of the boring grinding tasks is that I'm gonna break a trail for the mini crawler. As you can see down there, I am on the white Siberian hunter skis. It's been cold and so on, so the snow is really powdery. Even Sergei's real snowmobile had problems in this snow. I could see when he was coming to visit here. It was like, oh, I think some of you guys up in Canada call it rotten snow or something like this. I sort of like understand what you mean about that. Alright guys, so we're in the woods here, and some of the other things we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna head up to the Frontiers campsite. Then we're gonna clean off the rain shelter I built in summer up there. We're gonna clean a little bit of snow off, gonna see how it holds up to the snow, and then we're gonna take a look at the log fire I made up there, because I really want to see how it burned actually, because I left it while it was burning quite alright. But back to the trail breaking here. Hopefully you can see we have a little bit of a track going on there. That's an old ski track, so the crawler will drive pretty nicely there. The crawler is not really good in deeper than 40 centimeters of snow on 2 tracks. It's possible to put a 3rd track on, but I don't really have the funds for that at the moment. I might get it next month or next month again, who knows, because snow's gonna be here for a long time. Anyway, the ski track is there, and I'm making a new ski track here, right, as you can see. That of course gives me a nice wide track for the mini crawler and the sled, and or sleds for that matter. So I should be able to drive here. Even the snow is gonna fill up a little bit. It's not gonna be a big problem, because the track behind us there, the ski track, by tomorrow I'll be able to walk on it, or walk in it, so to speak. I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, so we're almost at camp, but as I said, one of the things I wanted to do was to go and see how the rain shelter was holding up. If you remember, I made a experimental rain shelter out of birch bark, and yes, of course a summer shelter, a warm season shelter. So what do you think guys? Did the shelter crash, or did it crash not? It have crashed, I can see, it's right there. Let's go and take a look. That is one crashed shelter, if I ever saw one. Awesome. That could of course not hold up to that. But the chair is keeping the shelter up. Maybe we can partly save it actually. Who knows? The front have completely collapsed. It means I have a lot of birch bark. See, over there we have the double log fire I made. When we made that fire, the shelter was actually still standing. So I was a little bit, I hoped a little bit today that it was still standing barely, and I could clean off the snow with snow shovel, but I have not cleaned it at all. I think maybe a little bit once. So yeah, 40-50 centimeters, such a shelter can of course not carry this amount of snow. But let's try and make a little archaeological excavation of the log fire there. Looks funky. I'm actually quite sure I know now what happened to the shelter. was a huge amount of snow falling from that pine here just a few minutes ago. We have a big pine there and another pine there, and you can see we have a good amount of snow on the beautiful pines. So what I think have happened is that the pines there, they have been dropping snow on the shelter from time to time, and of course have added to the snow amount on the shelter there. So yeah, that's most likely what made it crash. But I remember some of you guys said that yeah, we'd like to see how it holds up in the snow and so on, but I never built it for snow. It's definitely not a snow shelter, and I think I also said that I'm sure it would crash, and I was right, of course. Alright guys, so let's try and see what's happening down there. I actually think that the top log have rolled over, funnily enough, and as I said, I made this fire a few times and I never ever experienced that. So I'm curious to see what happened. Looks pretty interesting down there. Just gonna clean out the last little bit here in a very archaeological manner. So there we have it. A fire lay tens of thousands of years old. I could make a title on the video, digging out 10,000-year-old fire lay, but I think it would be a little bit over the top because it's not really true. But it looks like it. And you can see the logs have been rolling over. Which one is the top and which one is the bottom is actually a little bit difficult to see, but I would guess this has been the top log, actually. So they've been burning side by side as well. You can see what I think is the bottom log. It's very thin over here. It's actually very thin in general. You can see, as I said, the supports here, they have not burned through. They're still strong. Only the very thinnest of them have burned through, of course. This is also alright still. But as I said when I made the video with the log fire there, the double log fire on top of each other thing, Nodja, it is not really an awesome fire lay. I can see it, you know, using it in a teepee or something like this. But for staying warm outside in the winter and blah blah blah, it is way too fiddly, it takes too long, doesn't give that much heat, and yeah, Siberian log fire, that's the greatest log fire. This is definitely too much snow for this poor little shelter. Yeah, the pines, they have definitely been throwing snow on this little guy here. Because it's very compact. Alright guys, so we are back, and this is actually 3 weeks later. I just happened to have the same clothes on as I had in the last clip. Total coincidence. 3 weeks later, I spent a hell of a time with the toothpicks and toothbrushes and small brushes and all sorts of stuff, spatulas, to dig out this shelter here. Is it Stone Age, or can it even be older than Stone Age? Let's take a look at the interesting primitive craftsmanship. I think there's a good possibility that this can actually be Stone Age. Except from the steel wire up there. I didn't know there has steel wire in the Stone Age. But yeah, this is what the shelter looks like. Anyway, my nicely curved shelter have now become completely flattened. But it's totally awesome today. We even have a little bit of blue sky, wind from southwest. That was a good crack over there. Alright guys, so we have already made our excavations of the Stone Age fire down there and the Stone Age shelter over there. Tralalulai. It is, we still have a few hours left of sunlight actually. So what I was thinking about was now, actually, I was thinking, maybe I break the trail back home to the homestead. It's gonna take a while, but I think we have enough daylight for it. And if everything goes well, gonna start up the mini crawler and do a drive up here and back home again, because then the trail should be really packed. If that could be succeeded, if that could be done, it would be really awesome, because I could pack down the trail and it would be good for, I say, at least a week or something without driving on it. So if I just drive on it like two times a week or something like this, then it should be open. There should be a free route of travel and friendship and so on around here anyway. So yeah, let's see about that. Alright guys, so we're at the critical part. Critical in that sense that if we're gonna drive today or not. Behind me there is what I've been making already. And this spot here, all the way up to the driveway, a few hundred meters, 300 or 400 meters. There are no old track underneath here anyway, and the snow is very loose. But hang on guys, I'm gonna break the last 300 meters or so of trail and start up the crawler. Alright guys, so yeah, sun have gone down of course, and it's cold, it's windy. I'm not wearing any membrane over the wool, so wind goes straight through. There's the crawler, mini crawler. Seems to be running all right now. We have to go over the berm there and out onto the newly formed trail. Blah blah blah. Let's get the crawler up and running and get a little drive on the field there. See if the trail is packed enough. Otherwise, we just have to wait. So I had my small problems out there, but it was kind of expected because the trail there have not been setting for very long. But it went pretty alright the first 150 meters until I hit the bottom, or we can say out there. There's a lot of snow that have been collecting down there from the wind, of course. But I surely see why this third track there is in the center between the two others. It's really useful. But I think we can drive out there maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, when it's been compressing or setting a little bit more. But guys, I'll be signing out from this video here, so please check the links in the description. Please share and subscribe, bell, like, all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome, and see you in the next video guys. Thank you for your time.